They're going to be free ball for the Indians. That's out. Just missed hit a little bit there by Duque. And the Indians now pulling away up 16-14. So we have Avery Green set back to serve here for the Indians. Short serve for Green. Hit by Zaranik. And then crushed by the Indians. What a hit there for Chanesty. Woo! That had some heat on it. We are back after a little bit of technical difficulties. Thank you, everyone, for sticking with us. We're going to keep it right here to keep you guys updated. I know Coach Gianfranca's back here as well, but Harlandale was down, but is now leading 17-14 here in the second set. Has started to pull away, and so Coach Gorman for the Burbank Bulldogs wanted to call a timeout. So, Coach, I know you were getting everything live and back on, but what did you hear of the action that was just going on right now?
Well, Haley, you did a great job. I was monitoring you as we were trying to reset our connection. But looks like we're good again, and thankful for that. Thankful for y'all staying with us. Still not sure. All right. All right. Well, we are back, and Haley, thank you for holding it down. And we are in the second set. The Harlandale Indians took the first set, so now leading in sets and leading in the second set, 17-14. As we regain our bearings here after a little bit of technical difficulties. Chanesty Villarreal she had some difficulties of her own before our break, but she is back up and on the court. Obviously, got a nice set and a kill. 18-14, the Indians with that lead.
Hit a little bit long there for the Indians. It's going to be a freebie for Burbank. And we're getting the new link out on all of our social media platforms so everyone's able to tune back in. But we're going to get the serve there from Burbank's De La Cruz. The kill for Chanesty. That's her fifth of the night. And there was just no one in on the court that was going to be able to get to that one. Really good court vision there by Chanesty. That's going to give the Indians a 4-point lead.
The Indians with the 4-point lead. And again, just checking our connections here in the Alamo Convocation Center. We lost our connectivity, and we are thankful for your patience. And while we brought it back, Emily Pettis serving for the Indians with the 4-point lead. The set goes to Zaranik, two hits. The up official tells us so an illegal assist, and that point will go to the Indians. A 5-point lead now here in the second set. The Indians with a 1-set lead. Again, Chanesty Villarreal back in the ballgame, and I'm sure the Harlandale faithful are relieved at seeing her back on the court right before our technical difficulties. It looked like she had a little problem with one of her wheels, but the trainers have seen that. She's back. Emily Pettis from behind the 10-foot line. What a kill.
Great kill there for Pettis. She's had at least 7 here throughout the first and second set. Harlandale starting to pull away for this one, up 21-15.
21-15, a 6-point lead as we head down the home stretch. Emily Pettis, the lefty, a little bit of a knuckler to the back row. That's going to get set by Carly. Zaranik gets the call, but she sends that down below the tape and into the net. 22-15, 7-point lead now for the Indians in the second set. We're back. Haley, again, man, thank you for holding it down while we were going through those technical difficulties. But we are back.
I love to help. You know, if you are upset with our technical difficulties, Bobby Mendez is our technical director here today, so you can
send it to him.
Send it all your mail to Bobby Mendez.
The Indians get a free ball here. Kayla will set. It's Chanesty into the block. Big shot. Big shot, Chanasty right there. 23-15 is the Harlandale Indian lead, 1-0 in sets, and Coach Gorman's going to call a timeout. You're watching high school sports. We're going to catch up right there. We'll be right back.
It started in 2019 with Texas Revolution Youth Football and Cheer. It was inspired by my sister, my late sister, Patricia Galaxy Mora. She had passed away. Before she had passed away, we had conversations about starting my own organization. Right now, our actual motivation is to get these kids to the next level as far as getting ready for middle school and high school football. Our plan for Texas Revolution is not only teaching them the fundamentals of football and cheer, but it's also teaching them how to be great young men and women, providing for the city south side and also raising them right. No pass, no play. Being here and being very respectful to their coaches, to their moms, their dads, their guardians. And that's what we strive for, is to raising the next generation of athletes, but also great men and women too as well. Look us up on Facebook too as well for any questions or any concerns that you may have as well.
Back at the Alamo Convocation Center, but we're going to bring you an update from the Littleton Gym at Blossom Athletic Center, where the Southwest Dragons have taken the first set over the Highlands Owls by a score of 25-14. So a couple of 28-5A teams having success here in the first round so far. Emily Pettis, the lefty, after the timeout. Here we go. That timeout works every time, doesn't it, Haley?
Always. It always seems to work. Coach Gorman wanted to chat it over with her team. I was going to note before she called the timeout, the Burbank Bulldogs just looking a little defeated, a little deflated, but hopefully we'll see if they can chip back away at this one.
Miranda Garza sends her serve to Avery Green. Avery delivers to Kayla, and Kayla to Natalie. It's going to come back. The block slows it down. Kayla gets a good pass, going over to Chanasty at the left.
Good
and
block.
The block. Oh, it was there. Send it back, Bulldogs.
Great block there by
Quintora George. And
Carly
Carly
Carodi.
Carodi right there.
Yeah.
Yes. 23-17, so 2 points after that Burbank Bulldog timeout. Miranda Garza right above the tape. Kayla gets another one. Chanasty gets another look. This time she goes over the block. She's got plenty of shots there in her repertoire. She got blocked the first time. She says, well, you're not going to do it twice. I'm going to go over this time. A little softer. Natalie Garcia, the senior, back serving from the middle like she likes to do. It's set point. The Indians up 1-0. I beg your pardon. That goes to the libero. A nice pass to Miranda, it looks like, and Carly is going to put it down. Natalie Garcia can't get underneath that. Carly Carodi with a kill. And yes, it is being reported to us that Kayla Reyes has met the threshold of 2,000 career assists in her career. Zeranique serving now for the Zeranique Neely serving for the Burbank Bulldogs. The Bulldogs down. It's set point against them. Emily is the target. She goes to Haley, goes behind Chanasty. The Bulldogs can't control point. Indians. So the Indians take a big 2-0 lead in sets. We're going to go to the third set after this break. You're watching High School Sports on the RC Audio Sports YouTube channel. We will be right back.
It started in 2019 with Texas Revolution Youth Football and Cheer. It was inspired by my sister, my late sister, Patricia Galaxy Mora. She had passed away. Before she had passed away, we had conversations about starting my own organization. Right now, our actual motivation is to get these kids to the next level as far as getting ready for middle school and high school football. Our plan for Texas Revolution is not only teaching them the fundamentals of football and cheer, but it's also teaching them how to be great young men and women, providing for the city south side and also raising them right. No pass, no play. Being here and being very respectful to their coaches, to their moms, their dads, their guardians. And that's what we strive for, is to raising the next generation of athletes, but also great men and women too as well. Look us up on Facebook too as well for any questions or any concerns.
Doing hair is an art, and I take great pride in it. I love my job. I opened my original hair salon on this side of town 26 years ago, and I still have some of the same clients. My location at Brooks is a dream come true. This is the right time and the right place to start a business at Brooks. The South Side is growing so much.
What makes Brooks so attractive to business owners is the environment. Employees can live, work, learn, and play all in one area. The South San Antonio Chamber of Commerce is a cheerleader for businesses in and around Brooks, and we have a lot to be excited about. We're beginning to erase the economic gap between North and South San Antonio while still retaining our unique culture. Brooks is bringing economic prosperity to our side of town, and it's happening so quickly that the data is still catching up. Entrepreneurship is booming on the South Side. There's no limit to what can happen here.
The perfect match. It's what so many of us are looking for. When it comes to getting a mortgage, how can you find the one that's perfect for you? Start with your local independent mortgage broker. Because the only way to get a mortgage that's cheaper, faster, and easier is to talk to us first. Find your perfect mortgage match. Call us today.
And we welcome you back to the Alamo Convocation Center for this first round playoff match between the 28-5A back-to-back district champions, the Harlandale Indians, and the 27-5A fourth seed Burbank Bulldogs. The Harlandale Indians have taken a 2-0 lead in sets. 25-19 was the first set. 25-18 was the second set. So the Indians here in control. But Haley, anybody that's watched volleyball on the RC Audio Sports YouTube channel knows that 2-0 is not the same as 3-0.
No, absolutely. We saw a game earlier this year. It was actually the first volleyball game we had the chance to do. Indians were down. South San was up 2-0, 2 sets to 0. I think the Indians even had, I think the score was like 24-20 or something like that. And the Indians not only battled back to win that match, but also battled back to 5 sets to win the entire game. So anything could happen here. I think we talked about it on our vodcast last week, that it's volleyball is one of the few sports where momentum can really shift and really change so quickly.
And no clock. It's like baseball. You're never fighting the clock. And sometimes you've got that deficit against you, but you can always come back. And it's remarkable to think that was our first volleyball stream of the year, first district game. That was the Indians' first district game this year, and they came back like that. It would have been a different season, I think, if the Indians had not certainly set the tone for the rest of the season.
Great way to start it.
Avery Green gets a set here on the left side, unable to get it over the tape. So once again, the Bulldogs will take the lead early in the set. Carly Carodi goes back to the service line. She likes the right side of that service line. That's going to come over. Chanasty, her target. Back set for Kayla. Julissa pushes it, and the Bulldogs bring it back. Kayla with the setter dump. Carly is there with it. Duque, the libero, sends it right back. A free ball. Will the Indians take advantage? Emily into the block. Boy, what a block by the Bulldogs. A two-hand set from Chanasty to Avery. Carly's going to back set. Zernique. Oh, soft touch finesse. That one is that's a hard shot to block.
Point Indians. Emily Vega back to serve and get things started for Harlandale.
Kayla Smith on the front row as well for the Bulldogs. Service error by Emily Vega. So the Bulldogs will take a 3-1 lead. And Michaela Smith will leave the ball game, and Zernique moves up to the front row.
Great
One-hand
swing.
set. Oh, boy, great swing by Natalie, but how about that save by Kayla? She didn't get the best pass she's gotten all year long, but somehow she gets over there, reaches, and puts it up for Natalie, and Natalie somehow able to get the timing on it.
Yeah, really good save there by Reyes, able to turn it into a point for the Indians.
Avery Green, left front, sidewinder, Zernique underneath it. Carly right back to Zernique from the 10-foot line. Chanasty will receive that. Kayla to Emily Perez. It's nice and easy there. Finds a hole in the defense.
Light work. And Emily, something she's done a really good job of this game is finding those gaps, finding the holes for the Indians. I think a lot of her points, haven't even come off the block, but just her finding the open spots on the court.
Great body control, get great vision, and we were talking about that South San match earlier. She had a great match that night. Maybe her best match of the season. Oh, from the middle, Chanasty, Carly, Duque, unable to get to it. Chanasty's attack usually comes from the right side or left side. Every once in a while, they'll set her in the middle, and that time the Bulldogs weren't ready for it. 4-2, the Indians lead here with a 2-0 lead in sets. We're in the first round of the UIL volleyball playoffs. Avery Green right at the tape, side out, and point to the Bulldogs. Ventura George will enter the ball game for the libero Kaylee Duque. Miranda Garza serving. Her target's Avery. Nice pass. Back set. Emily. Long. Point Bulldogs. 4-4. We're all tied up. With the score tied up. Again, Avery Green is the target. Kayla tries to get around it. Emily gets a nice set. Oh. An overpass. We've seen Natalie take advantage of that. The Bulldogs were in the net, so that will count just as well. First overpass that I can remember, unless we had one while we were working on the technical difficulties.
I don't think we had one.
Great passers. The Bulldogs have a team of great passers. Carly over to the left side. Avery Green will lift that one. Kate Chanasty behind the 10-foot line. Oh, man, what placement. Exactly. Right inside that baseline. Chanasty from the 10-foot line. 6-4 is the Harlandale lead here. 2-0 leading in sets. And Emily Bettis is back there again. The lefty will serve. Knuckler. Zeranique will receive. Carly sends that over.
What a
into
save.
The tape. Oops. Into the bleachers. And that point will go to the Bulldogs. I'm not sure that the Indians touched that, but Emily thought we did, so she went and chased that one. They may have.
Better to hustle after it, right?
I'd say so. Miranda Garza still serving for the Bulldogs. That comes back. Avery gets underneath it. Kayla way back. Emily through the tape. Way up. Zeranique's going to send it over. Free ball. Indians, can they take advantage? Kayla to Natalie. Miranda Garza can't control. Ace, or not ace, but kill Natalie Garcia.
Great job by Natalie. She's done a great job tonight in a couple of different areas. She has a few kills, but also has a few blocks and an ace, so she's contributing to the Indians in all aspects of the game tonight.
Natalie is one of several Harlandale players that play the full rotation. Very versatile. Coach Castro has the luxury of having some very versatile athletes on this team. Speaking of that, a nice dig by Emily Bettis. Avery Green sends it over freely. Duque to Miranda in the middle. The Indian block can't get there. It was Quintora George with the kill. 7-6 is the score. The Indians still leading. The Bulldogs closing in.
A good kill there by George.
Veronique Neely now in serving and on the back row. Julissa Garcia gets the assist from Kayla. She's in her third 1,000. On her way to 3,000.
That's so many assists with the whole year to go.
The John Stockton of high school volleyball. Bobby Mendez offering that, the NBA guru on this team. Ventura George gets the assist, a little bit back behind the net, unable to get it over the tape, and that goes down on the Bulldog side. So Chanasty Viriabermea looks like she's feeling okay now. Will serve from the left front, a little bit of a jump serve and top spins. Zeranique goes underneath. Miranda will set. Kayla Lopez on the left front, and she gets a kill. Bobby wants to revise that. She's the Chris Paul.
CP,
Chris Paul
there we go.
of high school volleyball. Leading in assists. Kayla to Julissa. Duque will find it. The Indians scrambling, got a free ball, but really not in position to take advantage.
Yeah.
Chanesty right through Zeranique Neely, point. And I've got to come back. That's not number 9. That's number 11, Nevaeh.
Yeah, she's come off the
Anguiano.
bench,
Yeah,
and she's had a couple of kills straight off the bench.
She's a junior, so she's someone that the Coach Castro is going to look for to fill some of the shoes of the seniors that are going to move on after this year. Emily Pettis, one of those seniors, a little bit long on that kill attempt. The Indians still lead 10-8. The Bulldogs will serve. Looks like it's going to be Carly Carote's turn to serve. Nevaeh Anguiano on the front row with Julissa Garcia and Kayla Reyes. Chanesty, Emily, Natalie on the back row. Natalie will receive that. Kayla goes back. Julissa into the block, out of bounds. Point Indians. Emily Vega comes back in for Julissa Garcia. Emily in the back row. One of the few back row, front row substitutions that you'll see on this Indian team. Emily Vega, a little bit of an R. Zeranique underneath it. Carly will assist, and the Indians can't control that. Yeah, we're going to take a commercial as the training staff will look at one of our athletes here. We'll be right back.
When you're hit by a motor vehicle, there's nobody that tells you that there's most likely going to be $1 billion insurance company protecting the driver that just hit you. It's a mistake to play in traffic, just like it's a mistake to go against an auto insurance company all alone. When you get into a car crash, don't fight the $1 billion auto insurance companies alone. If you've been injured in a car crash, call Martinez & Associates today at 210-337-1111.
Live from the Southside Magazine is a Latina-owned online and print publication that helps residents and visitors learn more about the South Side of San Antonio and all of Texas. Magazine features and columns support the local community by telling stories that promote people and businesses. Our goal is to expand community relationships and give Southside San Antonio residents an opportunity to express themselves. Learn more at southsidesanantonio.com.
And we are back to the Alamo Convocation Center. Natalie Garcia helped off the court a little bit. And we are certainly not going to speculate on the injury, but she needed the assistance of the coach and training staff to get off the court. It's going to be Jocelyn Gutierrez who will enter the game for Natalie now. We hope that Natalie is okay. Natalie missed some games in the middle of the season. She had an injury in the middle of the season. We've talked about that before. Coach Castro has told us that she's had 15 different starting lineups. Just about every starter on this Harlandale team has been out due to illness or an injury at some point in the season. And again, that 14-0 district championship did not come with its share of adversity. We hope that Natalie is okay. Jocelyn Gutierrez in the ball game now for the Indians. Emily Pettis and Kayla on the front row. Chanesty Villarreal, Nevaeh Anguiano, and Emily Vega on the back row for the Indians. For the Bulldogs, Miranda Garza and Zeranique Neely and Brizangeli Ramos on the front row. A service ace for the Bulldogs. We'll bring them within one. Number 20 for the Bulldogs is Cortana Reyes. Emily, nice pass to Kayla. Kayla goes back to Nevaeh. Carly over to Zeranique. Hard into the block. The Bulldogs send it back. And Jocelyn Gutierrez. Again, she's a junior. She has not played a whole lot this year. She has played when other athletes were injured, but every time that she's in there, she's a sophomore. I mean, you just expect a great future for Jocelyn. She really plays very aggressively at the net, and again makes you pay for your mistakes. Avery Green to the libero, and Carly will send it back. Chanesty and Jocelyn right there with the block. Jocelyn will be a part of a bunch of blocks.
And for both of these teams tonight, it's been interesting. Both have had players come off of the bench and come in and make an immediate impact, which is really fun to watch on both sides.
Very much a senior-led team for the Indians. Some talented juniors on the squad, but the seniors kind of leading the way this year. Emily Vega and Natalie Garcia and Emily Perez and Chastity Villarreal and Julissa Garcia and one more, Avery Green also. So very much a senior-led team the Indians have had this year. But again, I think it's I expect to see a pipeline. There's some very, very talented sophomores and juniors in this program. The Bulldogs are going to struggle to get this over. If the Indians get it, it will be free. Avery, two-hand pass to Kayla. Kayla will set for Chastity.
What a save.
What a save there by Carly. Zarnik sends it over again freely. Emily to Kayla. You're not going to get away with doing this too often against the Indians. Emily Pettis, and once again, the Bulldog Zarnik. The block will slow it down. Kayla goes long. Chastity into the Bulldog block. Really close to the net. Kayla pushes. Boy, this is a great rally. Zarnik will knock it down into the net. Kayla saves. Free ball. Bulldogs. Duque. Miranda saves Kayla. Oh, it's still alive. Avery Green. What a rally. Push. Emily. Kayla behind the back row. Emily Perez. Duque sends it over. Long, wide. Point. Harlandale. What a long, great rally that was.
How do we replay that? How do we replay that whole thing?
That was about 7 highlights in that 1 point.
That's
Boy.
amazing. For both squads, that's such a good rally.
Avery Green will set to Emily Perez, and Carly will keep that alive. It hits a scoreboard. Scoreboard is live. Here it comes again, this time wide again for the Bulldogs, so 16-11. Scoreboard is live if it stays on your side. Of course, if it hits the scoreboard and comes over, then that's a dead ball. We've got a timeout on the court. The Indians are leading in the third set, 16-11. You're watching high school sports on the RC Audio Sports YouTube channel. We will be right back.
Playing with rockets is great when you're a kid. But when it's time to get a mortgage, you quickly realize that a rocket is complicated and expensive. It's best to work with an independent mortgage broker instead. They're dedicated to getting you a home loan faster and more affordably. And they're more than just mortgage experts. They live right in your own neighborhood, so you don't have to go it alone. For mortgages that are faster, easier, and more affordable, find a local independent mortgage broker near you.
When you're hit by a motor vehicle, there's nobody that tells you that there's most likely going to be $1 billion insurance company protecting the driver that just hit you. It's a mistake to play in traffic, just like it's a mistake to go against an auto insurance company all alone. When you get into a car crash, don't fight the $1 billion auto insurance companies alone. If you've been injured in a car crash, call Martinez & Associates today at 210-337-1111.
We are back, and we are back at the Alamo Convocation Center. The Indians leading the Bulldogs 2-0 and 16-11 in the third set. The Bulldogs will send that one into the net. Point, Harlandale. The Indians open up a 6-point lead. So that was one of the rare occasions where the timeout doesn't work to your benefit.
Yeah, and these Indians have really just taken over. Burbank not looking, very confident right now, or as confident as they started out the game. So Harlandale starting to really take over.
The up official says 2 hits by the Indians. That's you can't do that. So the point side out, and the point will go to the Bulldogs. Miranda Garza enters the ball game down by 5, down by 2 sets. Avery, Emily Perez, and Emily Vega on the back row. Avery will receive. Kayla will get it. Chastity will push. The Bulldogs are there, can't land it. Miranda Garza, great effort, but just couldn't land it. Again, another example, Chastity Villarreal, her vision and her decisiveness, the way she just makes some great decisions there up in the air. It's a great leaping ability and can make those decisions. Great body control.
Yep, and Savannah Garza in to serve here for the Indians.
Savannah Garza, the libero, she's a junior as well. A little bit of a topspin service. Ace, Savannah. Again, just a relentless attack. Again, the Harlandale Indians, just a relentless attack. So many good hitters on this squad. Savannah Garza will serve again. Top spin. Miranda will set the point. A top spin is the ball is rolling forward, like an end over end, rolling forward. It's gonna, it's gonna sink. You get top spin on the serve, it's gonna sink a little bit on you. It's a sinker if you're familiar with the pitch. You're sitting back there and you're gonna receive that, and you think it's gonna go a little bit deeper, and it does. The arc, the top spin will cause the arc to be a little bit sharper than you anticipate. Zeranique to Emily Bettis. The Indians have a hard time with that one. A little miscommunication between Julissa and Kayla, and the point goes to the Bulldogs. Zeranique Neely. Avery Green receives. The Indians are going to have to push over the line.
So Burbank going on a little bit of a run here.
A little bit of a run. You might see some of that confidence come back. You start trailing by 7 or 8 points, and just naturally you're gonna sag a little bit. But here you go. Avery Green will receive. Emily Pettis, a two-hand set. That's Chanisty. Back to Zeranique. Miranda Garza all the way over, and that's long. 20-15. So we're in the home stretch now. 20 points for Harlandale. 15 points for the Bulldogs, and Nevaeh Anguiano will enter the game for Avery Green. Nevaeh, a junior with a promising future in this program. Chanisty, Carly, setter's dump. Somehow Kayla saves it. Emily Pettis sends it over. Free ball for the Bulldogs. Miranda Garza goes to the left side. The Indians will block it. The call was 4 hits. So that wasn't actually a block. That was a hit right into the net.
Yeah.
4 hits for the Bulldogs. You only get 3.
No more.
Got to get it over in 3.
21-15. Indians up.
Carly back sets. Oh, right back at you, Chanisty says. Two-hand pass to Kayla. Where's it going to go? It goes back. Emily at the 10-foot line. Miranda Garza lifts it. Duque can't get to it.
Emily just placing that ball right in that back left-hand corner over and over.
Michaela Smith, she steps back. She didn't want to make that hit. She wanted her setter to get it, like I think she should have, but unable to get there. We'll keep it right here. The score is 22-15 at Alamo Convocation Center. The Harlandale Indians with a commanding 2-0 lead in sets, and a 22-15 lead here in the third set. What do you think, Haley?
I think that Harlandale has done a really good job of weathering the storm in the beginning of all of these sets and really separating themselves towards the end. They've done a fantastic job of getting in that offensive flow. Like we said earlier in the game, things just looked a little disconnected for both teams, but Harlandale seems like they've really started to settle in. They've had really balanced offense across the board from Perez, from Chanisty, from Avery Green, Kayla Reyes. Nevaeh's come in and had some kills, even Julissa, and both Natalie Garcia as well. So just really balanced effort from the Indians here, and it looks like they're gonna come away with the win today.
Bringing you up to date from the Littleton Gym at the Blossom Athletic Center. Southwest has taken the second set over Highlands, 25-19. So the Dragons with the 2-0 lead over there. The Dragons were the second seed for 28-5A. The Highlands Owls were the third seed for 27-5A. Next, for the winner of this match is going to be either Liberty Hill or Tivy. Liberty Hill favored in that match. Pretty high up there, ranked pretty high up there in the region. I believe in the top 10, if not near the top 10. Don't have a score on that one, but the winner of this match will play the winner of the Tivy Liberty Hill match.
Set point.
Probably Friday, but we'll wait and see. Set point for the Indians. 24-15, not set point, but match point. 24-15, Chanasty Virial serving from the left front. Top spins, Aaron gets it. Carly will set. The Dogs send it down. Kayla somehow, free ball. Chanasty sends over. Miranda will dump. Kayla will save again from the 10-foot line. Boy, what a save. Zernique, what an athlete she is. That comes down, and that was Chanasty in the front row, the back row. You know, we were talking about Zernique and how versatile she was, but how about Chanasty, a defensive player on that back row and her attack on the front row for the Indians. What an athlete she is. Duque will serve. Libero to libero. Kayla will send it to Nevea. The Bulldogs will save it. Miranda Garza over to the left front attack. A little bit of a dump. Emily Pettis there in the middle. It is going to be Nevea Anguiano with the match point. The junior, the Indians will take the set and take the match, and the Harlandale Indians will advance to the second round of the UIL Volleyball Playoffs. You're watching High School Sports on the RC Audio Sports YouTube channel. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Live from the Southside Magazine is a Latina-owned online and print publication that helps residents and visitors learn more about the South Side of San Antonio and all of Texas. Magazine features and columns support the local community by telling stories that promote people and businesses. Our goal is to expand community relationships and give Southside San Antonio residents an opportunity to express themselves. Learn more at southsidesanantonio.com.
And we're back at the Alamo Convocation Center, where the Harlandale Indians have topped the Burbank Bulldogs in 3 straight sets and will advance to the second round of the UIL playoffs. Please stay tuned to our social media platforms, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, for information as our 28 5A teams advance through the playoffs. This is Robert Villafranca alongside Haley Wilson. Bobby Mendez was at the controls today. Isaiah Castro, of course, behind the camera. And before we call it a night, we'd like to name our player of the game. We'd like to name our player of the game. Haley's given her nominations.
Yeah, I think there's a couple, right? We talked about it, Coach. We saw great performances from Chanasty. We had Avery Green do a great job. Kayla Reyes, but one player to me at least stood out quite a bit, and that was senior number 8, Emily Pettis. I don't know, Coach, what do you think?
I think Emily Pettis is our player of the game, and we'll congratulate Emily Pettis here as the player of the game of the first round of the playoffs for the Harlandale Indians, and we'll look for her again in the second round. Watch our social media platforms: YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. And what am I missing?
YouTube,
Facebook,
Twitter,
of course.
Facebook, Instagram.
Yeah,
all that good stuff.
We'll keep you informed about the 28 5A teams as they make it, as they navigate through the playoffs. Thank you for tuning in. It was a great match. We really appreciate you tuning in to our streams. This is Robert Villafranca again with Haley Wilson, Bobby Mendez, and Isaiah Castro.